FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C. and the radar. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the
Nice
play.
job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
4-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk.
Now Burrow loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading them out, their second-year quarterback from Ohio State at 23 years of age. It's Dwayne Haskins.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
Joe Burrow's sacked. A fumble.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd
down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Cody.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Trey Williams.
Gets this one out in a hurry to Latimer. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
On 3rd down, Haskins got a man. That's Quinn. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Haskins back to the air. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
5-yard gain.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yes, sir. Leonard Fournette has a well-deserved reputation as a physical, powerful runner. He's going to drop a shoulder and run over people time and time again. I think he uses it to his advantage, though. How about that last run? Set him up. Looked like he's going to drop the hammer, but gave a little wiggle, a little shake. And what did he do, partner?
Left the defender right there in his wake. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
First and goal at the 1. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Brings up second.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And Tate's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it third down.
It's third down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Taken in at the 11. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
First and 10 at the
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with this Washington 7, Bengals nothing.
2nd and 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but it'll be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On third down, Burrow. On the screen, Bernard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
At the 47.
Haskins looking to throw on first down, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Trey Quinn that time, and now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Cincinnati.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He is brought down by
the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. Now Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. Now Haskins to throw on second down. He'll look underneath here for Love. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From midfield now, Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it.
A gain of 2.
Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Bengals.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Caught right side, Tate. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd.
Burrow's pass.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Gain of 14.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete to
Auden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
At their own 25-yard.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Haskins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
20-yard line.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Haskins back to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Haskins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. First down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 13.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Burrow on 1st down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 49-yard line.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. 3rd down. And Burrow going to throw again. And Tate's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Ball carrier. Landon Collins made the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Joe Mixon on the carry.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown.
John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now Bullock to add the extra point.
Point after.
And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 7 yards to pick up there.
Jeremy Sprinkle.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the
on play action, Haskins. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
On the coverage.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the 1st down. Now Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And now he'll tuck it and run. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Haskins. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. Call it a 1 yard gain on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down, here's Haskins. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
17. Bengals 14.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 28-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 yards. It's second down.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a second and 12. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete to
Tyler Boyd. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Here's Antonio Gibson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 31.
The Washington offense set to take over again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 38.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And that is incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. And it's third and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Fournette, a first down, still going. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. That right right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
That's good.
33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They will run it. It's McKissick. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Love. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's got this down to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Burrow's
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a first down. First down, here's Burrow.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is Gibson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Full start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
This is unbelievable.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Of the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. His throw incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Haskins to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards there and a Washington first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Haskins. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Fournette. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Trey Quinn, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down 31-28. A minute 54 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Burrow's pass complete to Marquise Lee.
Here we go with Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzomah.
Burrow's pass.
Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow, and he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And 5 yards to go.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jonathan Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Washington 31, Bengals 28.
They got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
And they will take a knee here. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
so for Washington. They keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on